The rain had been hammering the windows of Briarwood Inn since sunset, and by nightfall the place felt like it had been cut off from the world. The inn was old, older than the road that led to it, and every thunderclap rattled the floorboards as if something underneath was trying to get out. Detective Marcus Hale arrived just after midnight. A guest had been found dead, and nobody could leave. The storm had washed out the bridge. The victim, a young woman named Emily Carr, had been discovered in cabin 12, her throat marked with deep, angry scratches. But there was something else. Hale noticed it immediately. The expression frozen on her face wasn't terror. It was confusion, as if she had been listening to something no one else heard. Hale stepped outside the cabin, his flashlight skimming across the gravel path. Every cabin door was shut, every window dark, except for cabin 7, where a dim light flickered like someone pacing with a candle. Inside the main building, 5 guests waited in the lounge, each looking more nervous than the last. Dr. Evelyn Shaw, a psychiatrist with a habit of correcting everyone's grammar. Jacob Mills, a truck driver whose eyes were too alert for someone claiming he'd been asleep. Nora Benson, the innkeeper's daughter who kept staring at cabin 12 like she expected Emily to walk out. Greg Hartman, a traveling salesman with a bandaged forearm he didn't bother to explain. Sister Agnes, an elderly nun who insisted she heard whispering voices around 11 p.m. Hale asked her, "What did the voices say?" She shivered. They kept repeating the same phrase, "Not again." When Hale searched the victim's room, that same phrase was carved into the underside of the bed frame, scratched in uneven letters, as if someone wrote it, trembling. Not again. Not again. Not again. The storm raged harder. Hale interviewed the guests one by one, but their stories didn't line up. Dr. Shaw said Emily went to bed early. Jacob claimed she sat outside smoking around 10 p.m. Nora swore she saw her knocking on doors, desperate to talk to someone. Greg Hartman said nothing at all, just stared at his bandaged arm. But then Hale found something that made his blood go cold. A second body, hidden in the crawlspace beneath the inn, long dead, bones curled like someone who died reaching for help. On the skull, deep scratches, and next to it, a rusted brass key, stamped 12. The killer hadn't chosen Emily randomly. Cabin 12 had a history. Hale stormed back into the lounge only to find the guest standing, not talking, not breathing, just staring behind him. Cabin 12's door was open. Its light was on, and the silhouette of a woman stood in the doorway. Emily Carr, or something wearing her shape. Her voice was wrong, wet, doubled, whispering outward like it came from her lungs and the walls and the rain all at once. "You found him, detective," she said, "but you didn't ask who let him in." Hale turned back to the guests, but they were already backing away from Sister Agnes. The nun was smiling, not kindly, not humanly. Her eyes were too dark, too still. "The voices warned you," she crooned. "Cabin 12 keeps what it's owed." She raised her hands, fresh scratches down both palms, and the lights blew out. The storm swallowed the scream that followed. To this day, Briarwood Inn stands empty. Cabin 12's door swings open when no wind is blowing, and locals swear that if you walk close enough, you'll hear that same whisper, "Not again."